Welcome back, everybody, to OddBuilds. Last episode, we built up our villager breeder in the shape of Titan's Tower from Teen Titans. We also built up our bulk storage room with our super smelter in the background, and it's been working great. I'm still running out of coal, so I really need to find a solution for that eventually, just not right now. Also, on a live stream, we started building up the bridge or the roadway that's going to connect up with Titan's Tower. If you guys want to view any of my live streams, make sure you drop a sub or follow me over on Twitch. Now, for one of the builds that I want to do today, I need white terracotta, because I'm building this based off of existing villager houses. Excuse me? This guy is so rude. What do you want? But I need to find some white terracotta, or at least some terracotta that I can then dye white. So I need to find a badlands. So let's get going. Ooh, we found a ruined nether portal. Let's check it out. It actually looks like this one is almost able to be fully completed. That's actually really cool. And yeah, it definitely can be completed. Ooh, we'll take the bell. That's awesome. And I'll take these 2 pieces of golden armor. I'll leave the curse of vanishing. I definitely don't need that. But this is really cool. We might have to activate this portal and have a separate one away from the base. That's honestly not too bad. Back to finding the badlands. All right, I have been going through this birch forest, and there is a dark oak forest a ways back. For a while I've been going through here, and I am not finding a badlands anywhere near me. So I think I might substitute the terracotta I need for mushroom blocks, because I think I can get mushroom blocks with my silk touch pickaxe. I don't remember, but it's nighttime and there's gonna be mobs everywhere soon, so I think we might try to get some of those. All right, let's see if I can actually get these. I can. Very nice. Okay, I think we'll gather up these mushroom stems. I'll come back and chop these down, I promise. But it's getting dark, and we can substitute those. I don't need a whole lot. I think maybe a stack or 2 will work. But there's more this way, but I want to avoid any conflict with the mobs, just because I don't really want to fight. And I say that as a spider then comes at me. I'm going to gather a bunch of these up, and we'll head back to the village. Gathered up about 2 stacks of mushroom stems. If I have to come back, it shouldn't be too bad. But I think I need to get a silk touch axe so I can chop down the rest of these mushrooms so they're not just floating. But let's take what we have back to the village and see if I need to gather any more materials. Let's just drop some stuff off really quick. And I gotta figure out, do I have a miscellaneous chest? I don't think I do. Let's just make this our miscellaneous chest for now, just to get some stuff out of our inventory. And let's see how much wood I have. None. Dang it. I think to solve our issue with the wood, I need to get unbreaking on my axe, and I might as well throw silk touch on it so I can just get all those mushroom blocks down. I thought I had unbreaking at some point. Here we are. 22 for unbreaking 2. What was I thinking? Do I have a better one? I don't think I do. Mending for 16. Where were you? I need to get more emeralds because I don't even have enough for you. Also, I know it's raining and it's literally the worst right now. I hate the rain in Minecraft. But let's go ahead and throw this silk touch book on our axe. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and enchant our bow. What is going on? I only have 28 levels. I can fix that. Alright, now we have the levels. Let's reset really quick. I'm just going to throw basic enchantment on this stone hoe because I don't care too much. And let's get a better one for our bow. Infinity, power 2. I wanted unbreaking. I don't really want infinity. I'm more of a mending guy. But honestly, right now infinity probably is not going to hurt. But I don't want to waste the level, so oh well. That's what we'll go with. I can always get infinity from the villagers. But speaking of our villagers, we have been racking up a lot of bamboo. So I think it's time to turn this into sticks and start trading with our Fletchers. So I'm going to do that and rack up a bunch of emeralds so we can actually get to trading. I'm going to have to do a lot of AFKing in order to make up for that. But now we have enough to actually buy 2 of these, and I actually leveled him up a little bit. So we should be able to get 2 Unbreaking books. And then we can combine them and get that on our axe. Throw them both in. Unbreaking 3, and then Unbreaking on our axe. Also, I've been thinking of naming my tools after you guys. So if you would like your name on one of my tools, make sure you comment down below, and I'm going to pick the best one. We're going to add it to a tool in the next episode. But now that we have that done, I'm going to quickly go and tear down those mushroom blocks that I left, because it's going to haunt me if I don't. I'm not going to be able to get any sleep. So I need to do it now. Also, my villager breeder is somehow turning into a little bit of an iron farm, and I don't want it to. I need to figure a way to get these iron golems to go somewhere else. I don't know if there's a mob that they will go after that I can kind of lure them into. I'm going to brainstorm on that one. And before I go to chopping down some spruce trees for our build, I needed to check on something that I was testing out. So if you guys don't remember, and I can't remember if it was in the video or if it was on stream, but we found slime spawning down here by the trial chamber, and I went ahead and I dug out the area and I placed down some mushrooms, and I wanted to see if slime... Oh, I didn't place down mushrooms. I placed down torches. They kind of look like mushrooms, right? Oh, that's why they were in my inventory. I forgot. Okay, I gotta go grab those. All right, there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna take these torches out. I'm also gonna place down some mossy cobble where we're gonna place these mushrooms, because mushrooms should, and the brown mushrooms specifically, should give off light level 1, which should allow us to spawn slime. So I'm really hoping this will work if we just spread them out a little bit, and I might as well get rid of that as well. And then we'll just place these around, and hopefully this will get slimes to spawn. I don't know for sure, and maybe I'm doing this wrong, but I think I'm gonna AFK and we'll see if free cam can catch any slimes spawning in here. Alright, let's see what we've got. Nothing. Well, I think I'm gonna take out a bunch of these and maybe see if one of them works, because clearly one has grown. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Let me know in the comments. Did I do this wrong? Now we need to work on tearing this house down so we can make room for our Fletcher house. All right, the house is cleared out and we're ready to build. I am going to swap out what we have. I don't think the oak is going to fit the block palette of the village, so I think we're going to swap that to spruce. So when I upload this schematic to my Patreon, there will be 2 versions of it. There will be one with oak and one with spruce. But enough talk. Let's get to building. To get started, we're going to build up the frame, which is going to be 11 blocks tall. Then we're going to make sure that we connect them all up. And then at 5 blocks from the bottom, we're going to connect them up as well. And when you're done, it should look something like this. Then grab your axe and we're going to strip all of these logs. For the first floor, we're going to do a combination of bricks and granite, and just no rhyme or reason. We're just going to place them down and try to make it look organic. You don't have to do this, but I like to leave 2 blocks on the front and the back to include windows on the bottom layer. For the second layer, we're going to do a mixture of mushroom stems, and I ended up finding some white terracotta in one of my chests. So we'll throw that in and sprinkle it throughout. Then for the roof, we're going to do a very simple A-frame style. If you want to know more about the roofs that I like to use in my builds, you can check out this video where I explain 11 different roof types that you can build with. But make sure you watch that after you finish this one. Then on the right side of the build, we're going to take some spruce logs. We're going to build up by 3 and make a little extension to the roof so we can have a place for a balcony. The roof style is going to be pretty much the same, it's just going to be a little bit smaller. Also, don't forget to strip those logs as well, because I definitely didn't forget. Then for the front and back faces of the roof, we're going to use a mixture of calcite and diorite, leaving spaces in the front and the back for windows as well. The rest of the details for this house are pretty simple or optional, so I'm just going to jump into a time lapse and let you enjoy the rest of the build. And there we go, our stonemason house is done. And I actually did a little bit of interior work. There's not a whole lot going on, and I do want to add more as we go. Who put that there? But I'm really happy with the little bit of work that we did on the inside. I do need to get a villager or a couple villagers around here so I can actually have some stonemasons. Because let me tell you, grabbing bricks is a pain in the butt. But if you guys can't tell, my voice has had it today. I have been slowly losing it and my throat is starting to hurt. So I'm going to wrap up and I will see you guys in the next one. If you want to see where this series all began, you can click the video in the top right corner. But I'm going to get on out of here and I'll see you in the next one. Always remember the most important thing is to be odd and wash your hands. Peace, guys.